Mikerowchip here, playing Trainz 2022
Plus Standard Edition.
And this is Midwestern Rails, Episode 11. Let me air out some grievances. That's what you like to start a video, right? Airing out your grievances. I already did this. I already did Episode 11. And then when I looked at it, the whole thing was jittery. I mean, like to the point where it was like 30 seconds, it would be still. My voice was coming in and out like it did on just that one section of the C&O hint. It did it for the whole episode. What the haystacks? Why is it doing that? I don't know. Now, I just tested it, and it's not doing it anymore, but I changed some things. One thing was I took the shadows from high to medium. I know computers have problems drawing shadows, so I made it medium shadows. So maybe that's why it was doing it, because when it gets late in the day in these games, I should have looked at the C&O hint and see if that what the problem was. When it gets late in the day in these games, the shadows get longer and the computer's got to work harder, is what I'm assuming. So what we're going to do is I'm going to record for 10 minutes. When I hit the 10-minute mark, then I'm going to go back and watch the video to make sure there's nothing going on. That's the way it's going to work. All righty. So we're here with Isla now. Isla is out of Mallstown. She is train M0138. And here is her first stop. Now, she does a lot of things. Isla does. Uh-oh, is this? Why is this doing this now? Oh, no. I'm looking at it wrong. It's doing it right. Okay. So Isla does a whole lot of companies, but she's only working out of Mallstown now. She only pulled out cars for Vermin Fuels, which is where we are right now. And then she's got cars for Blue Sky Logistics, Blue Sky, and McLean. That's it. Now, we have some pickups to do while we're here, too, because I'm running this more realistically. And the pickups are these right here. But these we're going to get on the way back, because the other stops got to go to are further way up this way. And therefore, when we're coming back is when we'll pick these up. Now, all the ones she's got to drop off here, Warrego Fuels, are empties that are going to be put on these two storage tracks right here. And the storage tracks are going to store the cars. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Alrighty. I've already done this once. But you know what? Sometimes things are so nice, you got to do them twice. And in the last episode... All right, pal, let me get down on this person right here. Okay, buddy. The last episode took us 45 minutes, and you were still sitting here. So I'm just preparing you for what's coming, all right? Hang tight. And you've got an awfully big push grill on there. That's nice. All right, so here we go. He's got 68, or is it 66 cars? I can't. I say he, but it's actually a she. It's 66 cars. Okay, so what we got to do now is we have got to do a runaround. Now, to get a runaround done, if we pull up past this one here, we can back down, right? So let us move forward, because there's no way we're going to run around the entire length of the train. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to run around a portion of it, and the question is what portion? All right, so let's move forward to see what portion. Okay. This is what moving forward looks like. You know, the weird thing is after that stuttering thing happened, after I put a full 45-minute video in, I didn't check it till I later, and it was just terrible. I tried to salvage it, but there was no salvaging it. It was just gone. It was done. The funny thing is I'm not. I thought for sure when I come back I'd be like, oh, I can do that all over again. I'm not. I like doing this so much. It's not that I have to do this again, this same set of moves again with Isla. I get to do them again. Yeah. I got a problem. All right. So we'll stop about right here just to give us extra room. We can't run around the whole thing anyway. So where are we going to want to run around at? And the line begins. We got 3 cars now. We're going to have to run around right here, right? So we're going to make our cut right here. We got some slack action going right here, right? Yeah, that should be good. It's still slack actioning. That's actually helping us out. That's nice. All right, so we'll apply the handbrake. Here we go. Brake it right here. Forward hoe. Hopefully, I didn't cut it too short. Now, you think since I've done it once, I'd know. I don't. Oh, man, I may have cut it too short. Or too long, I mean. Ah, gosh darn it. All right, stop it right there. What do we got now? What do we got going right now? There's no way we're going to get around that, right? Yeah, well, it's close, but it's not close enough. All right, bag it up. I got a little too ambitious. And this is the price you got to pay. And these people love this. When you go forward, backward like this. Oh, they love it. They absolutely love it. I have been sitting at Level Crossings IRL where the train starts doing this forward-backward thing. Not very often, but I have. And I see people waving their arms around and yelling, "Come on." As the train does this. So, yeah. I mean, I get it. People got places to go. You get caught by a train. And unless you are a rail fan like myself, it can be frustrating. Okay, we might as well go all the way back to this tanker here, because this tanker is one of the ones we got to drop off. We might as well not slam on the brakes like that, because we got a little bit further to go yet. Come on. Here we go. All right, hopefully it's not being stuttering. Hopefully. Okay, that is now far enough. Now we're going to get a big bounce in slack action. Slack is taken back up. There we go. A little slack the other way. Are these metal couplers or are they bungee cords? All right, that's good. Stop now. All right, good. Good. Now go forward. There we go. Yep, those ringers are getting a workout. All right, now this one is set correctly, right? Wait, look at this. This one is set correctly. Yeah. So we're going to have to stop it right when the edge of that first boxcar is in line with this switch right here. That's where we're going to stop it. That should be more than enough room for us to do the runaround. Then we can start storing cars. I'm trying to remember now. Did I fill up those cars over there? I don't know. I can't remember. Because they don't fill automatically. I got to do it manually. But it's an easy fix. If I didn't. Okay, now let's check the other end. We should be past that lower switch now, right? Yep, and then some. Oakley dokley. Oh, we're doing a lot of running back and forth. Here we go. Now we're going to apply again. Decouple. Forward hoe. Here he goes. Here she goes. Of course, I could be referring to the engine as a he, right? There he goes. It's not unusual to call it a he or a she. All right. We want to throw this switch this way. Junction 5340. Yes. Stop. Bag it up. It's nice driving BNSFs, huh? Something different from CSX. Beautiful. This is for all my BNSF fans out there, of which I am one. There we go. Right on past. Beautiful. Now we've hit the 10-minute in mark right now, but we're gonna wait till we clear this switch down here before we check. I got all my fingers and toes crossed right now that this works out all right for us. Whenever it doesn't work out, I always think to myself, why can't it just work? You know, come on. Just work, please. Now, this didn't used to happen before I upgraded my computer, but at the same time, they also updated Trainz. So, I mean, it could be a combination of the two. I don't know. Another route I could go is, right now, with my recorder, my screen recorder, I'm using hardware acceleration. There is an option to do software acceleration. They tell you in the manual, though, don't use software unless you're having a problem with hardware. So, yeah, I would characterize this as having a problem. And it only happens in Trainz. Never had it happen with any other... Well, maybe I should knock on wood before I say something like that. But I've never had any other problem with any other product, any other game. So I will see. Like I said, we will see. There we go. Clear it right there. Want this one going this way, this one going this way. All right, so I'm going to check it. If you're out there right now watching this video, I want everyone to cross their fingers, cross their toes, and cross their eyes. Make sure this, and hope that this works. It works. Yep, no problems. It worked great. Thank you for crossing all your body parts. I appreciate that. All right, now, of course, you know, is it going to continue to work? I don't know. Hopefully. So it may be the shadows. Maybe it's the shadow. And the shadows look fine right now to me. They're not as high as they used to be, so maybe that's just what I need to do. And I can live with that. That is something that is not that big of a sacrifice. Okay, so we're going to come this way now. We're going to come this way now. Uh-oh, the line's getting longer. You know what I'm thinking, too, though, is I took an hour off the clock to get this far. Maybe I should put that hour back on. Can I do it from this screen? I think I can, right? Session options? Yeah, let's hook up first. Because right now, you know, obviously, when I did it the first time, it was 1603, not 1703. So let's... Oh, yeah. Sorry, folks. Forgot. So let's dial the time back just a little bit. An hour. Session options. There we go. Let's go back to... Oh, wrong way. There we go. 1600. Okay. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up with the recording. But if that's what I got to start worrying about, that's ridiculous. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go now. If it messes up again, I just don't know what to do. I'll probably go to the software encoder instead of the hardware encoder. Okay. So now what's got to happen is we got boxcars here at the forefront. We don't need to... Those are going either to Blue Sky somewhere, either McFarlane or McLean or Blue Sky. Well, we got to back this one here because these do have to get shipped over. So we got to back those ones all the way back down to here, right? Yeah. Now this is correct here, right? This and that, yep. Yeah, so we just got to back them down to here is where we got to back them down. Well, actually, back them down to right here, so we have to give ourselves enough clearance. A lot of tankers. I think there's like 21 diesels. Yeah, there's 21 diesels and 10 gasoline. The gasoline are the Burlington Northerns there, and the diesels are the ones that don't have Burlington Northern on them. Alrighty. So we'll leave the boxcars on this track that we're on right now as we slowly but surely weed out all of the tankers that need to go to Warrego. Then they got a derail right here. I guess, yeah, it does switch back and forth. I'm assuming it'll derail something, right? If I put it on there. Which makes me worried. I mean, they do it for realism airlines. And I also know that in real life they put these here because if one of these cuts or something starts rolling, before it hits the main line, it'll derail, which is a better option than having it roll out onto the main line. So I get that. But in the game, you have to actually make it a switch. Can you just put the derail, make it look like it's a derail, but not with a switch? Okay. Not that makes a huge difference. Okay, a little slack action there. Can we apply? Nope. Can we apply? Yep, there we go. Back it on up, Isla. There she goes. Perfect. That sounds like an electronic ding, ding, ding instead of an actual bell in there, doesn't it? To me, it does. All right. And then we're going to stick them on this track here. These gasolines. And then the diesels will go on the next track. That way, if we block them like that, eventually when Warrego calls us and say, yeah, we need to set out some cars, if I need to set out a gasoline, I won't have to weed through a bunch of diesels to get to them if they're all, blocked in such a way that all the diesels are on one track and all the gasolines are on the other. Here we come now. All right, so we've already done 10 minutes. Well, now we're at 15, but I'm thinking out loud because normally I would go until we get into the butter zone, which is 45 minutes. But now the butter zone is going to be 35 minutes, see? Because we already did 10, see? That's how that works. All right, a little bit behind-the-scenes information there that you probably don't really care about. But I told you anyway, there's no bringing it back. Time for a drink. Here we go. Whew. And I finally caught up on all my comments. Well, I do my comments, even when I'm on vacation, I'll do my comments just using my phone, But I mean caught up in the sense of brain-wise, because before I go on vacation, I will start recording a bunch of videos. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers do that. I've heard it before. So you make like 6 or 7 videos, and then you schedule them to come out every so often so that, your peeps can watch something while you're gone and not recording anything. The problem is that, so if I may put out make a video that's not going to air for like 2 weeks, and then someone makes a comment on it. I'm like, I played that 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what I was doing. I kind of remember, unless it's something, that really stands out, obviously I'll remember. But other than that, can I stop it right there? That'll do. I can't remember, so that makes it harder for the comments. But you know what? I think to myself, too, if you don't like the comment I gave you, they all can't be gems. You know what? I'm doing the best I can, and sometimes you're going to get a stinker in there. I'm sorry if you got a stinker. All right. Beautiful. Again, I'm going to comment how beautiful this route is. They did a very good job, whoever made this. Sorry, I can't remember who. I'm sure I looked it up at one point, but I can't. Here we go. And I put out a short a little while ago. It was a Trainz video, and I can't remember what the video was now. Oh yeah, it was when I was doing some shunting in River Point Yard on the Tidewater route, and I put a short on there. And during the short, I was talking about this is on Tidewater Point, but this yard is called River Point, and why whoever made this map, why are they using point so much? You know, what's with the word point? Just because I'm an idiot. That's why I say that. But when I posted the video, I made the title "What's the Point?" right for the 1 minute video because I thought it was witty. So somebody watched the video and they made a comment on it and they said, "That's," or they said something to the effect of, if you want to, you can look it up and see it. But something to the effect of, what's the point? Well, the point is that I watched this stupid video and lost a minute of my life. Or something to that effect. And I thought that was hilarious. They had me laughing. Oh, it was really good. What did I write them back to? I wrote them back... oh, these got to go. Okay, we got to go all the way back over here now. Yeah. So get rid of these box cars. I wrote them back that it was hurtful and harsh, but fair. It is true. I mean, you're not lying. You're just not going to get that minute back. So I'm sorry I interrupted your doom scrolling. Okay, so we're on our way. We got some of them done. Sitting up there on the tracks. Now, the good news to my having to do this again is that my brain's working overtime right now. The good news is that I always have 3 saves going at any one particular time. So every time I save it, I have save 1, save 2, and save 3. So had I only had 1 save, when I come back into the game, of course, the cars are all going to be moved around wherever I last saved it. So instead of having to move the cars back to where they were, try to remember where they were before I did the recording was not unnecessary, I just go with the older save. And that solves that problem. See, I was thinking ahead a little bit. And I've always done 3 saves on almost all of my games, where they allow me. Some games don't allow you to do that. Just in case, you get the old, it got corrupted. Then I have at least something to go back on. And you know where I really learned that? Although it has happened to me a couple times, but way back when they first came out, were some of the Total War games. Total War Rome and Total War Empire Total War. Sometimes the file would become corrupt. That was way, way back. We're talking years ago, like 10 years ago, if not longer. They have since fixed that. And so, but I still do 3 saves anyway, because it is disappointing when all the work you did, okay, maybe work's a strong word. All the gameplay you did turns out to be reversed. So, your save didn't work. Avoid that situation by making multiple saves. And that is your tech tip of the day. And once we get all of these cars where they need to be, these tankers, then we can go back, run back behind this cut that we had to leave there. And that should be short enough where I can drag them forward, run around them again, and I'll be good. We can move on to Blue Skies, where we're going after this. We got some box cars. Some to deliver. Some just to put on storage tracks. All right, let's take a look at this. Look at that dwarf. Isn't it cute? I like it. It's really well done, if you look at it. I like the look. I mean, with all the little details down here and everything. It's just very, very nice. Whoever made this. I'm complimenting whoever made this. And now, while we're waiting for to clear this switch, what are we looking like now? Uh-oh. He got a line up and a half here. Hello! Oh, did I stop it too soon? Oh, just barely made it. All right, so this is a diesel, right? Yep, it's a diesel. So it's going on to the diesel track, which is... Uh-oh. That's not me. Who is that? Look at this fella. He's just running engines light. Hope he didn't derail. I hope that's not the reason he's running engines light. He's slowing down because, yeah, I'm, uh-oh. I'm on both. Sorry. Had to be done. Okay. I don't know if he's going to be able to sneak by or not. I don't know if we're going to get off that track. I mean, eventually we'll get off that track enough. But right now is not eventually. All right. I heard the whistle or the horn, and I almost dismissed it because I've been playing a whole lot of American Truck Simulator. And, of course, in that, they do have trains running around. You can't drive them or anything. But, was it going to speed up back to... Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, so it speeds up to 25%. It's 5 miles an hour, which is still acceptable coupler speed, but I like to have it just below 5. That's my thing. Okay, now we got to move these all the way back. Let's get the slack action out. Yeah, Martin's waiting for access. Yeah, we know, Martin. We know you are, buddy. You just got to be patient, just like these guys here. You need to, now's the time you both can go get a bathroom break, because there's probably a bathroom in this one, right? Probably. You got to sit right there, though. Now we got 2 of them. That's a nice looking engine, huh? Yeah. Okay, we're going all the way back. You know what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Come all the way back at the end of the line here. Sticking out into the intersection. What? Is this a great screenshot or what? Oh! Oh! What happened there? Uh-oh, do we have an overlap there? I think we have an overlap. Oh, he's really riding him pretty fierce. All right, let's go back here now. Oh, here we go. All right. Car scooting up there scared me at the end. Okay, so we can offload these 4. Well, push them onto this second mainline track. We'll have to keep an eye on that BNSF engine way down there, because when he starts moving, we're going to have to get out of his way. Now, this did not happen the first time, because although I flipped the clock back like that, it doesn't reset where all the other engines go and everything. It just keeps going. It was like daylight savings time, except that Mother Nature did it. Because the sun actually went back the wrong way. So that's odd. You don't see that every day. And in fact, you don't see that ever. Yeah, like I said, I've been into American Truck Simulator pretty heavy lately. It's a fun game. I'm taking the microchip approach. I already have in California is where I decided to start. I went to the capital of California, Sacramento, and set up my garage there. I'm going to wait till the garage is maxed out. Then I'm going to go to the next state that I choose to go to. And I'm going to set up a garage there in the capital of that state until that one's maxed out, and just keep going from state to state to state. I heard they're coming out with, or I think they've already come out with British Columbia. They've gone into Canada. Slack action. There you go. It's applied. Now back up. It's funny. I made that, got down there to see the big long line of cars to make that my screenshot for the video. And already I'm trying to think of titles. But I wonder, is do I make the videos because it's fun to record, or is it fun because I like to make the titles? I don't know. I do enjoy doing it. So, not that it makes a difference. I find it humorous. And I think I have the title now that I've been mulling it over. All right, there it goes. I'm going to go Lord of the Rings, and it shall be called You Shall Not Pass. You know it's good when you make yourself laugh. Then you know it's good. Unless, of course, you don't have a real good sense of humor, which may be my case. And therefore, it's not funny at all. Either way, if you don't like that title, well, this just may not be the channel for you. Alrighty, here we go. Back over this way. You know, I was going to check to see if Trainz has another update on it. I don't think so. They just did that big one. And I forgot. Kenneth is stuck now, too, along with Martin. But we're not getting the jitters like we do on some routes. Usually it stutters whenever the AI tries to find a new route. If it don't stutter, then I ignore it. Eventually, we'll come around to him again. And we'll fix it then. Go. That'll do. Right there. Oh. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Emergency mute. There we go. All right. Sneeze achieved. Did I apply yet? No, I didn't. There we go. We got to go this way. That one is it. Should be and is. The people of Warregos, which is where we're at, are probably not very happy with me right now. It's rush hour. Or he's coming up on rush hour. And there's a train blocking your only way out of town. Well, the fastest way out of town that you usually take. I mean, there's got to be more than one way, right? I mean, I suppose there doesn't have to be, but you would think there would be, I guess is what I'm getting at. That BNSF over there is not moved. It's still being held. This might get him to move. This move here that I'm making, because we're going to come quite a ways. Quite a ways forward. Go. For a second thing, I thought we were going to hit going too fast, but I was able to rein it in. Yep. You know, sometimes they have those spacer cars out there. Usually when you're hauling something dangerous, gasoline is usually one of them. So they'll have like a empty, gosh darn it, no. I hit the wrong way. No big deal. So they'll have like a spacer, usually it's a grain hopper or something. But, yeah, no, I didn't set it yet. There we go. No, wait a minute. Yep, here he comes. I knew it. I didn't know it. I thought maybe. Okay, so we're going to have to wait until this other engine clears. But, what the heck was that? Oh, yeah, the spacer car. It's fun, though, because in Coal Country 2, they have actual spacer cars that are designated as spacer cars. I'll show it to you. Well, you're going to watch the videos, right? Or maybe you won't. I don't know. But in the Coal Country 2, they have spacer vehicles, so those are kind of cool. But I'm thinking on a train like this, here they come. Who is this? Martin, right? Yeah. Here he comes. So on this train here that we're blocking all these cars coming out of Warrego, I'm thinking instead of a spacer car, we should have like a barista car. And then you could go, you know, as we're sitting here, the baristas could come out and ask them if they, you know, what kind of coffee they want or whatever. Of course, your first thought is that a SD60? Looks like an SD60. Let's make sure this is clear now before we move it. There we go. That was kind of cool. I like that. A little meet there. Little meet and greet. But you'd think if I'm going to supply that service... Oh, we got to go all the way back to here again, don't we? We do. Yes, we do. We got boxcars at the lead. Now, you'd think with the barista, I would be offering free coffees. Maybe some scones, too. And I put that by the board, you know. I'm the CEO, but we got a board. And the board said no. If you can give away coffees, but giveaway is the problem. Nope, you got to charge people. Maybe we'll just charge the break-even price. It'll be a lot cheaper. Maybe we can get Starbucks to partner with us and sponsor us. I'm starting to realize, though, that this idea is fraught with problems. Just an idea, that's all. Just throwing ideas out there. Or we go the other route and just say, okay, from now on, when we come to your town, we won't stop. We won't drop anything off at Vermin Fuels, Warrego. A lot of people are going to lose their job, and gas prices are going to go up. That's probably not very nice. These people. This guy's been here so long now that his car's changed color. Wasn't it gray the first time? I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm misremembering. I can't remember. I'm interested to see it in post if it's gone from gray to green. Or is it just I'm remembering the first time I did this? I don't know. Slow that down. There you go. Now you got it. Give me some push. Fire it up. And there we go. Wait for the slag action. There we go. All gasoline in this one. This way and then this way. You know, I could mistake that as this junction here. Of course, I could also go down there and look. That's another reason why I don't like this here. Of course, I can also go right in and just erase that, right? I can delete that. But it's almost funner complaining about it. Almost. Here we go. Hear the crunchy springs on those trucks. Maybe crunchy is a bad adverb, but actually it would be an adjective, wouldn't it? Yeah. Crunchy springs. Yeah. That sound. I don't know, is that crunchy? I don't know. All right, back over this way now. Here we come. Those Virginia, Maryland boxcars are cool. I like those. Kenneth got himself jammed up somewhere and he can't get himself out. We'll help you, Kenneth. But not right now. Slow that down. Slow your roll there a little bit. A little bit more. Got one. Half. Push. Actually, what should happen is I should stop the train and, give the time for the engineer, the conductor to hook up the hoses and everything. Probably wouldn't have to charge the line because I would assume that they would leave everything bottled here until they were completely done, and then they would open up the angle cock on the cuts that are sitting there and drain them so they don't go anywhere. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to simulate it to that effect. You got to do it in Railroader, but it seems like, and I can't say for certain, but it seems like the brakes recharge really quickly. I've had some times where I'm like, oh, okay, this is taking a little bit longer. Most of the time. Of course, my cuts aren't that long either. Maybe 10 cars, 10, 15 cars, not 66 like we got here. It seems like it recharges very quickly. And I know also in Run 8, it takes them a long time, which is why I always cheat. There's a button. There's a F7. If you hit F7, it automatically puts all the angle cocks the way they're supposed to be and automatically charges the brakes up to 100%. Again, for expediting things. It's not very realistic, but I'm okay with that. Again, the beauty of computer games, you can pick and choose what you want to do. Beautiful. There we go. Back around this way. Let me tell you how disappointed I'm going to be if this doesn't work, if it ends up being jittery. I'm going to be very disappointed. Would I be happy doing it a third time? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I would not like to do it again. Go. It's the old cushion service. Can't believe that many people want cushions. That they actually have boxcars dedicated to shipping sofa cushions and whatnot. That is unexpected. Yes, I know that's not what that means. Cushion meaning that its shock absorbers are extra good. And I think also, don't they have something on the couplers to make it so they don't get shook around as much too? Cushioning. The bumps and bangs of the railroad are cushioned on these cars. Whoever made that car spent mad jack on the suspension system. They dropped some mad jack on their sled. Yeah, I love that expression. I don't love that. And I got the schmut. All right, these are all diesels. So they're going to go on the far track. Yops and yops. All right, let's take a drink. See if I was right. I think I'm right? That's a diesel there. That I know I'm right. That's a diesel. It even says diesel fuel on the tank. There's another diesel. Yep, here we go. We're all diesels. Are any of them named Vin? Yep, that was bad. Not going to lie. All right, here we go. Let's see if it's going to clear now. That we're moving all the crossing. The level crossing. Two. One. Half. You got it. Beef. There we go. Still not. I wonder if these cuts, this one and this one, is stopping it. But it's still not. Well, let's do this. Apply. All right. Let's stop it right there. What if... I'm just curious now. What if I throw this? Nope. So it's this cut that's holding things up. Well, it's this too. What if I do... Well, that's not going to help. Okay. Regardless of what's going to help, you know what's going to have to happen is... Wait, let's get down to this on this dwarf again. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's very pretty. Anywho, regardless, we've run out of time here for episode 11. That is it for Midwestern Rails episode 11. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time. Even though this is my second time doing it, I still love it. It's like Beetlejuice. I've done this 74 times, and it just keeps getting funnier every time I do it. Why don't you like? Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you leave me a comment? And if you don't like the fact that I just referenced Beetlejuice, well, this just may not be the channel for you.